Number 10. Flood insurance. The Netherlands has a very unique geographical position in Europe. It's bordered by both Belgium and Germany, but maybe even more importantly, the North Sea. Because of the high probability of the country to be flooded, they have become experts in keeping water at bay. In 2005, the U.S. government turned to the Dutch for their help during Hurricane Katrina, a disaster that killed over 1,800 people living in Louisiana. Number 9. Standing tall. Beginning in the 1800s, prosperity throughout the country propelled a collective growth spurt. During long, harsh years of Nazi occupation, their average height substantially declined. With their prosperous protein-filled diet and a world-renowned national healthcare system, the Dutch are now standing taller than ever before. For almost 200 years, up until the 1950s, the Americans stood tallest in the world, but are now bested and reside in second place. Today, the average height for a native Dutchman is 184 centimeters, or just over 6 feet. Number 8. Make it a Heineken. Europe's largest brewing company, Heineken, is sold in over 170 countries around the world. It's among the wealthiest beer producers on the planet, coming in at number 3 as of 2014. The company was founded in Netherlands by a man named Gerard Heineken in 1841. In its home country, Heineken owns well over 50% of the Dutch beer market, and is among one of the largest alcohol exporters to the U.S. and other countries. The Dutch are also known for having a sweet tooth. Here you'll find many national treats such as stroopwafel, poffertjes, and oliebollen. Number 7. Midwives. Around 30% of all Dutch births occur at home as a direct result of a large established network of certified midwives. A midwife is a person responsible for assisting the mother during her pregnancy and, most importantly, at birth. It goes without question that Netherlands is the most densely populated European country, with roughly 487 inhabitants per square kilometer. Number 6. Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh was born during the middle 1800s in Netherlands. He's famed for his artistic abilities and post-impressionist work, and the revolutionary influence he's had on the world shown through a few strokes of the brush on a canvas. One of the most popular paintings of his is Starry Night, among numerous others. In just over 10 years, he produced more than 2,000 paintings. Being that there are over 1,000 museums in Netherlands, a large majority of these picture the entirety of Van Gogh's private collection. Although it's not well known, even though he is considered the greatest Dutch painter in history, while living, he remained penniless and virtually unheard of without any recognition until his passing. Number 5. Wooden clogs and windmills. Wooden clogs, known as klompen, have been extremely popular in Netherlands for over 700 years. They're used for industrial footwear and are commonly worn by factory workers, fishermen, and farmers, but are also worn for fashion. Netherlands is also a country full of windmills, over 1,000 that are in working condition to be exact. The oldest mill is a water mill that dates back to the 8th century. These techniques were used to pump dry hundreds of lakes and swamps and to prevent land from flooding. Today, windmills are characteristic of the Dutch landscape and a symbol of the Dutch struggle with water. Number 4. House of Orange. The colors of the Dutch national flag are red, white, and blue, somewhat closely resembling the United States. It was created this way via a royal decree by Queen Wilhelmina in 1937. Today, an orange pennant is often flown in accompaniment directly above the flag. Across Netherlands, it's well known and celebrated to an extent that orange is the country's official color. It gives remembrance to the House of Orange, who led the Dutch revolt against Spain during the late 16th century. On April 27th of each year, thousands of people line the streets dressed in their best orange attire and often eating foods closely resembling the color, such as waffles with orange sprinkles. This festivity, called Koningsdag, is one of the largest celebrations in Netherlands. Number 3. Rain suits and bicycles. Despite the rainy weather, instead of umbrellas, the Dutch use raincoats and even a new invention called the rain suit to keep dry. Likely one of the most interesting and odd sports in the world comes from Netherlands. A form of acrobatic skill is used to hold an umbrella and cycle at the same time. This statistic may come as a shock, but Netherlands is the bicycle capital of the world, with more than 18 million in total. That's more than one for every person living there. Number 2. Sea level. The Netherlands is truly as flat as a pancake, and that is not a joke. More than a quarter of the country is below sea level. In addition to that, around 50% of the land lies less than 1 meter or just 3 feet above the coastline. The tallest point in the Netherlands is Valseburg, at a mere 322 meters, or barely 1,000 feet above sea level, and is at the easternmost edge of the country. Number 1. The most liberal. The Netherlands may well be the most liberal country in the world for a number of reasons. Softer drugs such as cannabis and hashish are legal. Licensed coffee shops are allowed to sell such substances for profit. Citizens are allowed to grow their own at home as well. Prostitution is also legal to anyone as long as the prostitute is of at least 18 years of age and the client is no younger than 16. Abortion, euthanasia, and same-sex marriage have all been legalized for some time now. However, these subjects have been at the center of public debate and politics in recent years, splitting the country into 2 opposing parties. According to a Huffington Post article in 2013, Netherlands is due to close 8 prisons due to the lack of detainees. Like these top 10 videos? Subscribe by clicking the annotation here and give our video a like. Have an idea for a future top 10? Leave a comment in the section below.